Hi, my friends. I have a new chair to read to you from. Do you see what I have? It's a bee pillow. And I'm going to read a story to you about Skippy John Jones. And there's a bee in this story. Here we go. Do you think Skippy John Jones is a cat or a dog? What do you think? He's got big ears like a cat, doesn't he? Every morning, Skippy John Jones woke up with the birds. And this did not please his mother at all. "Get yourself down here right now, Mr. Kitten Britches," ordered Mama Junebug Jones. She called him a kitten britches. Is it a dog or a cat? "No self-respecting cat ever slept with a flock of birds," she scolded, "or ate worms, or flew, or did his laundry in Mrs. Doohiggy's bird bath." Look, she's carrying him by the scruff of his neck. I guess Skippy John Jones is a kitty cat. The lecture went on and on and on as usual. "You've got to do some serious thinking before you leave this room, Mr. Fuzzy Pants," said his mother, "about just what it means to be a cat. Not a bird, not a mouse, or a grouse, not a moose, or a goose, not a rat, or a bat. You need to think about just what it means to be a Siamese cat. And stay out of your closet," she added, closing the bedroom door. I guess Skippy John Jones is in time out. And he's not supposed to go in the closet. I see a lot of eyes in that closet. Do you see them? The eyes? I wonder what's in the closet. What do you think? But once he was alone, Skippy John Jones began to bounce and bounce and bounce on his big boy bed. "Oh, I'm a Skippy John Jones and I bounce on my bed, and once or 6 times I land on my head." On his way down to earth from a gigantic big bounce, Skippy John Jones shot past his bedroom mirror. "Holy guacamole!" exclaimed Skippy John Jones. "What was that?" You think he never saw himself in a mirror before? So up he went again, and again it happened. Is he seeing himself or somebody else? Using his very best Spanish accent, he said, "My ears are too big for my head. My head is too big for my body. I am not a Siamese cat. I am a Chihuahua." Back on land, Skippy John Jones climbed into his toy box and rifled through some of his old junk. After he put on his mask and sword and climbed onto his mouse, Skippy John Jones began to sing in a muy, muy soft voice. "My name is Skippito Frisquito. I fear not a single bandito. My manners are mellow. I'm sweet like the jello. I get the job done. Yes, indeedo." Does he look like a bandito to you? He's so cute. Back in the kitchen, Jujubee, Jezebel, and Jilly Boo Jones were helping Mama Junebug Jones make lunch. "Can Skippy John come out of his room now?" asked Jujubee. "No," answered Mama Junebug Jones. "Mr. Fluffernutter is still thinking." Was he thinking? What do you think he's doing? In fact, Skippy John wasn't thinking about being a Siamese cat at all. What was he thinking about? With a walk into his closet, where his mama told him not to go, his thoughts took him down a lonesome desert road far, far away in old Mexico. Not long into his journey, a mysterious band of Chihuahuas appeared out of the dust. "Ay, caramba! Who goes there?" asked Skippy John Jones. "We go by the name of Los Chimichangos," growled Don Diego, the biggest of the small ones. "Who are you?" I am El Skipito, the great sword fighter, said Skippy John Jones. Then the smallest of the small ones. Can you see the picture? Spoke up. Why the mosquito, dude? Asked Poquito Tito. I go incognito, said Skipito. Do you like rice and beans? Asked Pintolito. See, I love mice and beans, said Skipito. He might be the dog of our dreams, whispered Rosalita. Perhaps, said Tia Mia, if he knows the secret password. What do you think the secret password could be? Leaning toward Don Diego, El Skipito half sneezed, half spoke the secret password into the Chihuahua's very large ear. Chupichu! Bless you, said Don Diego. Gracias, said Skipito. Then it is true, decreed Don Diego. Yip, yippee, yippee-do, it's the end of Alfredo Bazito. Skipito is here. We have nothing to fear. Adios to the bad Bumbolito. I told you there was going to be a B in this book. Then all of the chimichangos went crazy loco. First, they had a fiesta. Then they took a siesta. But after waking up, the chimichangos, make sure you can see the pictures, got down to serious business. Using his paw, Don Diego drew a picture in the sand of the great Bumbolito for Skipito to see. Do you see that Bumbolito? He does not look happy. A hush grew over the chimichangos, so great that one could hear a whisker drop. Alfredo Busito, whispered the crowd. El Blimpo, Bumbolito Bandito. See, said Poquito Tito, the bandito steals our frijoles. Not your beans, cried Skipito, outraged. See, Poquito continued. Red beans, black beans, bottom bacon blue, cocoa, coffee, kidney beans, pinto, and jelly too. And now he comes for us, Poquito added. ¿Por qué? Asked Skipito. Because we are full of the beans too. Then Don Diego stood tall, and in his most somber voice declared, Yo quiero frijoles. Huh? Asked Skipito. The dude just wants his beans back, said Poquito Tito. And you are the dog for the job. Me? Asked Skipito. Then all of the chimichangos turned toward Skipito, the great sword fighter. But poor Skipito had no time for a plan because in the blink of an eye a gigantic shadow darkened the landscape. The chimichangos scattered in all directions. Vamos, Skipito, or it is you the bandito will eato, they cried. Skipito stood his ground, but his legs shimmied and shook like the jello, and his teeth chattered like the castanets. Then in a muy soft voice he said, My name is Skipito Frisquito. I fear not a single bandito, but Alfredo Bazito flew straight for Skipito until the bean-eating bandito hovered only inches away from the sword fighter's face. Holy frijoles! Cried Skipito as he thrust his sword into the air. Whoosh! That is one big bumblebee. Pop! Went to the bandito, landing on Skipito's sword, and quicker than one could skate, Chihuahuas, cheese, and crackers, every kind of bean came spilling out of Alfredo Busito, the Bumbolito Bandito. And all the doggies burst into song. Yip, yippee, yippito. Our hero is El Skipito. He's the dog of our dreams who delivered the beans, and now we can make our burritos. What do you think that Bumbolito was made out of? But back at home, because remember, he was in his closet, back at home there was such a ruckus coming from Skippy John's room that Mama Junebug Jones and the girls just had to find out what was going on. They raced down the hall to the kitty boy's room. Banguito, Crashito, Papito, Skipito, just in time to see Skippy John's closet exploding. Then out flew Candy, beanbag doggies, and the kitty boy with his birthday piñata on his head. Skippy John Jones, everybody cried. Hola, muchachas, he said in a muy soft voice. Mama Junebug Jones lifted up Skippy John and covered his head with furry purry kisses. What am I going to do with you, Mr. Cocoa Pugs? She scolded. What's that on the ground? It's the Bumblito. Oh, I think that is one more page. That night, when he was supposed to be going to sleep, Skippy John began to bounce and bounce on his big boy bed again. Oh, I'm Skippy John Jones with a mind of my own, and I bounce on my bed for hours. I know I'm a cat, but forget about that. Say goodnight, Skippy John Jones, called his mama. Buenas noches, mis amigos, said Skippy John Jones, and he went to sleep. Good night, Skippy John Jones, Siamese cat. And good night, everyone.